Chapter 4: A Hard Line of Questioning. The surveillance footage continued playing in the background as Mercer pressed the phone to his ear, listening to Evelyn's voice on the other end. Her tone carried its usual professionalism, though there was an underlying tension Mercer had picked up on. "I still don't have anything concrete on Ravenbank," Evelyn said. "But I'll pull a few strings and see if I can get more information. I have a couple of friends in the department who owe me favors." "I appreciate it," Mercer replied, his gaze fixed on the footage. The grainy video had yet to show anything out of the ordinary. "Evelyn, they admire you. I'm sure they'll be willing to dig deeper," Mercer added as the conversation lulled. "I'll get back to you as soon as I have something," Evelyn said, her voice confident. "In the meantime, keep following your leads." As Mercer ended the call, a moment of frustration settled over him. The investigation was moving, but the pieces hadn't come together yet. The connection between Amy's murder, Ravenbank, and whatever she had gotten involved with still eluded him. Suddenly, something in the footage caught his eye. Mercer leaned forward, his brow furrowing. In one of the clips, a man fitting Lucas's description appeared. Tall, with dark hair and a muscular build, he was captured on a camera just a block away from the crime scene, minutes before the shooting. A heavy weight settled in Mercer's stomach. Mercer rewound the footage, watching it again, this time focusing on Lucas's behavior. He wasn't running, but there was something unsettling about his demeanor. He seemed too calm, too measured for someone who was unknowingly close to a murder. "Looks like it's time to pay Lucas a visit," Mercer muttered to himself, grabbing his coat and preparing to leave. There were hard questions to be asked, and Lucas was going to answer them. The drive to Lucas's apartment was filled with racing thoughts. Lucas lived in a sleek, expensive building near the center of the city, the kind of place someone with a promising career might call home. As Mercer approached the door, he felt a sense of determination wash over him. This was the moment he needed to uncover the truth. After a brief knock, the door opened to reveal Lucas. His face wore an expression of devastation that sent a shiver through Mercer. "Inspector Mercer," Lucas said, his voice barely above a whisper. "What happened to Amy? I can't believe she's gone. We had plans, we were going to take that vacation together. I was going to propose. May I come inside?" Mercer asked. Lucas gestured for him to enter. Mercer stepped inside, noting the scattered belongings, an unmade bed visible through the open bedroom door, clothes strewn about as if Lucas hadn't moved since the news broke. "We were in love," Lucas continued, his voice trembling. "I thought we had all the time in the world. She was everything to me. Do you have any pictures? Something that proves the depth of your relationship?" Mercer pressed, knowing he needed to establish a connection but also wanting to keep the conversation focused. Lucas could only show a few pictures of them on his phone, where they would be on a date. "You see, we only started dating a few months ago. I liked her a lot, we hit it off right from the start. We even started to make plans, for us." Mercer nodded, taking it all in but keeping his expression neutral. "I'm sorry for your loss, but I need to ask you some questions about the night she was killed." Lucas's face paled, the weight of the moment settling heavily between them. "You think I had something to do with it?" "I would never hurt her. I loved her." "Then explain this," Mercer said, pulling out his phone and showing Lucas the still image captured from the footage. "You were here, just blocks from the crime scene, minutes before she was shot." Lucas's eyes widened, and he took a step back, as if trying to distance himself from the implications. I was there to surprise her with tickets to a musical," he stammered, his voice shaky. "I wanted to make her happy. I didn't think anything would go wrong." Mercer scrutinized him, trying to read his expression for signs of deceit. "So you expect me to believe you just happened to be in the area, ready to surprise her, while she was killed by someone else?" Lucas hesitated, his brow furrowing as he tried to piece together the reality of the situation. "I swear, I wasn't involved. I would never hurt her. I loved Amy." "Then I need you to help me understand," Mercer said, his tone firm but not unkind. "Tell me everything you know about her work, her life, anything that could help me figure out why she was targeted." Lucas looked lost, desperation washing over his face. "I don't know. She was working on something at the bank, something that made her uneasy. But she never told me the details. She just mentioned feeling like something wasn't right. Mercer took a deep breath, trying to keep his frustration in check. Okay, Lucas. I need to dig deeper into this. Just remember, if you know anything else, you need to tell me. This isn't just about you anymore. As he turned to leave, Mercer felt a mix of sympathy and suspicion. Lucas may have loved Amy, but the closer Mercer got to the truth, the more complicated things became.